Ahoy, crypto pirates and crypto junkies alike. Thank you guys so much for joining me this morning, this Tuesday morning. I guess it's evening where these gentlemen are from. But thanks for joining us here on the Discourse Syndicate, where we try to keep up to date with what's going on with you, the community. So before I say hi to these brilliant gentlemen, I just like to say, hey guys, I saw a couple of you guys come in real early. So I'm looking at the chat here. Brazology, thanks for joining us, buddy. Lowland Profits, Finbear, Huddle Dog himself, Peter Danis, 87, Hex Squadron, Sig Hex, Benny Bills. Good to see you guys. Cabana, good to see you, my friend. Morning, big deal. That's right. Got that for Christmas. That was the only Christmas present I got. I'm kind of a big deal.
Yes, you are. Come
just
on, guys.
Kinda.
We are future multimillionaires just casually sitting here.
Yes, I know. It's
Hey, Papa.
It's pretty beautiful. Hey, Papa.
Hey.
This 1.8 cents that we touched today was very beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. I'm pulling it back up because I just like to look at it. Hey, you guys go ahead and talk. I'm gonna look at the hex price. So
where's the crafty?
I'm just gonna share at it, or I'm just gonna.
Yeah, where is the rest of the
Where
gang?
is he?
Where's Henry? Where's the crafty? And why are they excused?
Is he barely here?
He's barely here.
I barely see him sometimes, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna pummel his bare ass in a second.
Where is Henry? Where is Markable? Like,
they will come for sure.
Come on.
So Henry
They're
won't
waiting
be
for
able
the
to make it today. He boned out early. He said he wasn't gonna be able to make it. So
Who is that?
Henry, not gonna be able to make it today, guys.
Doesn't ring a bell. I have no idea who you're talking about.
Don't even know that guy.
Mm-mm.
Don't even know that guy. So hey, did anyone catch Captain last night with Unwrecked?
Nope, was
Yes.
sleeping.
Yes,
Gotcha.
there was drama in the voice chat, the Telegram chat. So I had that in one ear, and I had the Captain and Unwrecked in front of me. It was just split the brain down the middle, and hope that nothing else goes wrong with the kids in the other room.
That's great, man. That's great. Yeah. So anyone watching, make sure to go back and watch last night's episode with RG. I love his what did he name the Blasting Crypto with Pulses was the name of the episode last night.
Nice. How awesome is Pulse Chain?
Oh man, I'm getting excited.
The logo is great. I mean, it's
What's up, guys? Sorry,
Hey,
I'm late.
buddy.
hey.
Barely on
Hey, man.
time.
You think it's a coincidence that the I don't know if that's going to be the official logo for Pulse Chain, but
It has to be official.
the one that they keep showing is up and to the right. Do you think that's coincidence?
Can you bring it up? Can you bring it up so everyone can see at home?
Yeah, I guess I missed that
I'll
one.
have that pulled up here.
Yeah, Hodl Dog is even a little bit. He needs to be enlightened. The one with the giant
Beautiful.
testicles and the little penis. I like that one the best. I'm all for that.
Oh man, Papa B. We'll see you later, bud.
Oh.
You're bringing down the
Go play with
quality
your logo.
content of this, yeah.
Maybe I was looking at the wrong website. I was looking at Pornhub. And I did a Pulse Chain, search, and that's what I found.
Yeah, all I saw was
Oh.
the website cheaper, faster, fee burning Ethereum fork, so that's pretty dope. Anyway, we know
Yes.
some stuff. We don't know all of the stuff, I guess, for the moment.
No, we do not. I'm pretty excited to see where this all goes.
Yeah, me too. And if there is some, I hope there is some game theory attached to the new chain, I will shield the fuck out of it to my friends and family and everybody that missed on HEX, because
Yay.
I want people to make money.
Now,
Right.
two things. Number one, Markable has arrived. Number two, Crafty always wants you to bring attention to the fact that he shaves. And I can tell that this young man is shaved. Congratulations, Crafty. You've done a good job on your highlights.
I trimmed my beard as well,
talking
dude.
about Markable, I'm like,
Notice.
what the hell? His beard is still
Markable,
there.
yeah. What you did something too. Look at you guys. You're grooming. This is like the pump is in, and men start to look sexy, and they want to go.
I did
and
it for you, Papa B.
I'm deeply moved. I'm deeply moved. Thank you, Markable. Those whiskers usually tickle when we kiss.
Interesting. Good to know.
Have you been to Japan recently, Markable? Or?
I'm there right now.
Ooh.
I'm in Papa B's basement right now.
He's in my GIMP room.
Dude, what is a GIMP room?
See Pulp Fiction.
Oh my goodness.
Ah,
So
Is
back
the other name
to
for the
back
pulse
to yeah no.
Back to
So back to Hex and Pulse. So it will be a heart and a
Urban
pulse,
Dictionary.
and I love it. I think that's awesome.
I called it.
I did too, man. I knew it. I knew it was gonna be.
Everybody
When-
knew.
When Richard asked people to send private messages, did you send him Pulse chain or no?
I
Yes,
did
of
not
course.
know.
I
I
did.
gave him. I
I
gave
think
him
he
5.
listened to me. I think he listened to me.
listened to me.
That's probably the
Okay.
case.
So Crafty, you're going to be the one we credit with it. Are you happy now?
With what? Sorry.
With the name, he's coined the phrase pulse chain. No one else has ever discovered it before. Markable
yeah.
thoughts. Markable thoughts.
No, yeah,
I
we
think
thank Markable
that is the
for
case.
that. It's
And-
awesome.
with Markable on this one.
by the way,
Okay.
I'll hold on. I got one very interesting thing. So, Markable, have you
Yeah.
ordered your top secret invention? Have you ordered it? Because everyone else is simultaneously front running you now, and I did not breathe a word.
What?
What's your favorite
Wait,
thing that you
what?
want to market? Yep.
No way.
Yeah.
I own the URL though.
No.
Like-
They're in the community, and it was on the voice chat today. I heard 3
What the hell
people
are
that
they
are like,
talking about, guys?
yes.
Do you know what,
Let's talk
what the hell are
about
they
let's talk
talking
about this later.
Did you took your medicine, Papa, today?
Let's talk about this in the green room.
okay.
Back to Hex.
So what's your thoughts about the new chain? Because I came a little bit later to the Pulse thing. I think the first Pulse got in the middle of the night. So yeah, I'm pretty excited. I'm like to move forward to a cheaper chain, especially for the smaller stake. I think it should be fair again. And I also heard some discussions about airdrop or no airdrop, and I'm more on the team no airdrop. So maybe this would be a topic for you guys. I don't know.
So why were
Why?
you on the team of no airdrop?
Yeah, because I think in the past we saw that airdrops, like coins who are doing airdrops, they just go down straight because people sell that shit. Maybe some people staked it, but I'm really not sure if an airdrop is the way to go. And I'm not even sure if we want to attract new people with the chain. This was never really a topic, but I guess this would make sense if you try to attract new people with the forecast.
Well, if there's not a price incentive with a token associated with the chain, then I don't think you're going to get anyone to move over except Texicans. So I think having a token itself is a good idea, and I don't see why giving Cuatro Cinco stakers or 10-year stakers and above an airdrop wouldn't, because they've already proven to be good stewards of the system. So I don't know. I want more free magic internet money, so I want the airdrop personally.
Yeah, I like money as well.
Yeah.
I don't like tax events though. KNTX, you and I are the only two that have to worry about that. So if it has a non-zero value upon the drop when it comes into your wallet, then that is a taxable event, and I don't want to encourage Americans to have to set aside an amount to have to dump on whatever. I don't know. Is it going to be a problem that you think about as well?
Yeah, because I do, but I think when it's airdrop, there will be no value assigned to it yet. So I don't worry about an airdrop that's worth absolutely nothing. So initially, and then I would love to see it go up and to the right. I hope that I hope that heart pulse goes up and to the right out of that heart. So
Oh yes.
so because I would like to see another. I would like to. So here's my take on it. I think you're incentivizing people to come over. How do you do that with a token that appreciates in value? And so more people use it. If there's going to be this chain, that there's a chance that the USD price is going to go up on this coin. So I think that's your first thing. Second of all, if you're using it as your payment layer, then you can keep people from spamming the network. So you don't want to do something like Hyperledger where everyone can just throw in every transaction they want. It spams up the network, slows everything down, clogs it up. So you want you have to have something that's not fee-free altogether. And how do you do that? You use something of value like a token. So I think there will be a token for the Pulse chain. I don't know how it's going to be distributed. I just recently said that I think the best people to airdrop it to are 10-year and above T shareholders, because they have shown to be good stewards of the existing system. But I'm excited to get this in front of other people's faces that maybe didn't like Richard or don't like Hex, or are afraid to touch it because who's associated with it, but are going to look at this as, hey, it's a new blockchain out there. It is a new blockchain.
Yeah, and we have this aspect of success in Hex. I think like the chart doesn't lie, and I think there are many people that would like to join the winning side, and with maybe something else, with something like Pulse Chain. Like I have missed out on one thing, but I don't want to miss out on the second thing.
But why you're worried to miss out? Like, what do you want to? What are you missing out? Like to buy in a token or to be staked, which you should be anyway. No, but I like.
Not me. Like some of my friends. Like I have some friends that really regret not to go more heavily into Hex. Like and if there is opportunity in
but sorry, maybe I
chain,
didn't get it. But what would be the? It's not a restart of Hex. It's just a transportation layer for Hex, but it could be another thing beside Hex. Like
Peter, we're talking about two different tokens, right? We have the snapshot of the state, and we also have the gas token.
Yeah,
the native token
maybe
of Pulse chain.
I have in mind the pulse token or whatever the name.
Pulse token to pulse forward the transactions. Okay, see that? Yeah, no, I was more sorry. Maybe I got it wrong. I was more in the state how to get the stuff from layer 1 Ethereum to the new chain, but this would be not done in an airdrop. You just copy and paste the system state, or you do it like TRX, you claim it, and then the tokens get worthless on the Ethereum chain. But like
I don't think the tokens will become worthless on the Ethereum chain. I really don't.
You think it will be a coexistence of both?
I do.
Interesting.
I do.
I think it will be worth less, but it will still hold its value, I think. At some point.
Yeah. I'm not saying they'll keep a price parity, so I don't necessarily think they'll be the same price on both chains, but I don't think people are invested for 15 years, man, on the Ethereum chain. So I have a hard time thinking it'll ever go to zero. It'll be almost impossible for it to go to zero, especially with an automatic market maker like Uniswap, where there's liquidity on it. And who knows if the OA or whoever is providing liquidity is going to drop liquidity altogether and sell it and go off to the new chain. I don't know, but if anything, if everybody exits it out of it, then I even think that people will buy it, because it still functions as intended. It's still a finished product. People who weren't in Hex before may come back or come into it. So I don't think.
What would be the advantage just to have new people on a cheaper chain? This would not be fair for the early stakers on the origin chain or on the OG chain.
To do what?
You would have a copy. You would have a copy of both.
You would have a copy of both. So if you're an OG hexakin on the Ethereum chain and he forks it, your same private keys now control a copy of your exact coins on this new chain. So you would literally, it's just like when Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash split, and people who had Bitcoin used their same private keys. Now they control Bitcoin Cash too. It'd be the same thing. So we would have HEX, and we would have all of our stakes in HEX on the original, on the legacy Ethereum chain. But then on this Pulse chain, we would have a duplicate set of stakes as well, and duplicate HEX as well. And so here's part of the reason I'm reading into, I don't think the Ethereum will ever go to the Ethereum HEX, the classic HEX will ever go to 0. The reason I say that is because he's asking, or when Richard did his tweet, he asked people who about developing wrap stakes on other chains. So essentially what he wants to do is he wants to duplicate HEX on pretty much every Solidity chain. So why would your Ethereum chain go to 0 when you're purposely building out HEX on all other chains as well? I think this is way bigger potential than people are looking at, like, oh, it's going to be on this one chain and it's only got to be on this one chain. No, I see this being all over crypto. I see this being way bigger than people even can imagine how big HEX can get. So I'm pretty excited about this. I mean, we'll see how all the details come out, but it's pretty awesome.
We'll be pulsing all over crypto.
Yeah.
We will be. So I think where you're going to see is most of the settlement layer will be on the Pulse chain because of how cheap it is to transact. But, and I don't know, I mean, you look at wrapped Bitcoin on Ethereum, it holds price parity to the Bitcoin, the legacy Bitcoin. So why couldn't HEX do the same thing on multiple chains? Maybe it can hold price parity on all chains. You see that it's cheaper on the Ethereum chain and more expensive on the Pulse chain. So you decide, hey, there's some liquidity still being provided on Uniswap. Go buy some more HEX on the Ethereum chain and stake that instead. Now I think ultimately more transactions will be done on the Pulse chain because of the higher throughput and the lower gas fee. But I don't think people understand just how big this could be. You could have HEX and wrapped HEX on something else, and you have control of it with your private keys. And well, when you wrap it and move it to another chain, you may not stick to your private keys any longer, but you would still have control of it through another wallet for that other chain.
KNTX, what about bridges and wrapped options from one chain to the other? Wouldn't that screw things up?
Now say that again.
So old HEX, new chain HEX, wrapping from old HEX, importing it over to new chain HEX, staking it there.
Yeah, I don't know if that's going to be. I don't
or a
know
secondary market like ETH, right?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm curious to see how that's all going to play out, because I don't know. I'm curious to see. Whale only says he doesn't think, or he will have a serious price parity, or he doesn't think HEX will have a serious price parity issue. See, I don't either, because these are socially consensus blockchains. So if we all decide that the original ETH HEX is still worth what the Pulse HEX is worth, it will be that, because people will use their economic energy to buy that one, to buy it back up to the price of the other. So, and I can't wait to see. He says he's going to do a stream tonight to see what I can't wait to see what he says on that, on the Quant Gang. So why he doesn't think there will be a parity issue. But the only real problem I can see, I guess, is if you take wrapped ETH from Ethereum and Pulse and then try to move it to a third chain. And you're like, well, I've got the same HEX from the same keys being wrapped on it. Well, then that wouldn't even really matter either.
No, that wouldn't matter. With the existence of duplicate amounts would be the only thing, but it would benefit it would benefit the hexagons anyway. So we shouldn't have a problem with that. Just don't want to break anything about the old stakes and the new.
So
Yeah.
KNTX, you think that the hex price on ETH will be the same as the Pulse Chain Pulse Chain hex?
I don't think at first it will be, but I think it could come back up.
I don't think it will be. Like the thing is, like you have the same system, but you have it on a different platform. And if you stake everything on the Ethereum hex after the Pulse Chain has been launched, then you're kind of, maybe if you can get the stakes over, but
Well,
I mean,
the stakes will be
you're
moved
also
over.
What?
Well, I was going to say the stakes will be copied over when you do the fork. So you're
but I mean after the fork. So when you buy hex after the fork and then stake it on ETH, then you're kind of betting on the ETH chain as well, right? Instead of Pulse. Or am I seeing this wrong?
Yeah, I'm still in the team. No airdrop, one chain, no L1 Ethereum chain. It will die there. We will
might die
leave
there.
because this is like the main idea. We will leave this ecosystem. Ethereum hasn't treated us so well. It will be in 2 weeks even worse. So I'm not sure. That's my opinion. I'm curious like you guys. I'm not knowing more. So I think we need to be on our own. Yeah, go on, sorry.
I think that the main intention is to keep one hex, and I don't know the technical possibilities, but to make it to make it work on many chains, basically with all this rep thing. But
so
I don't know how, but I think it will be only good if there is only one hex and the value can just switch the, like Ethereum, it's a pipe that just moves the transaction. It can just switch pipes.
Yeah, the hex will forever live on the Ethereum chain. So it's not going away.
The smart contract can be
It can still be utilized.
Yeah.
So
true.
And if we're replicating on other chains via wrapped hex, then I don't see exactly how the Ethereum hex and the Pulse hex will interact with each other, but obviously any wrapped hex going forward would originate from the Pulse chain and then be wrapped on other Solidity chains. I think that's pretty clear. So what happens to the Ethereum hex, that is going to be interesting to see what happens. But I still don't think, because it still works as intended, I think there's still going to be people that protect that price no matter what. And we'll still be buying up more hex. You know what is really going to tell us this? Is what the OA does with the hex on the ETH chain. That's really going to, I think, tell. If it decides to dump it all to zero and move that economic energy over to the Pulse chain, then I think we have our answer. And then actually, maybe that might cause people to buy on the Ethereum that didn't like hex in the first place because of their whole whining, crying about the centralization of coin ownership. So maybe they'll actually start buying the ETH hex. I don't know. I'm really excited.
The biggest thing that the OA can do, I think, to incentivize people to go to Pulse is to just stake everything, to make the API as low as possible. Because if you sell everything, then of course people are going to buy it. Then I would buy it if Hex.
OA doesn't have
really
to sell
low.
it. Just the liquidity providers, all they have to do is just to remove liquidity. There is no market. You cannot sell to anything.
Yeah, all right.
If you create liquidity, the OA will dump it.
Yeah. I don't know. I think RG and I've had this discussion, and RG's in the same school of thought as Markable Thoughts. I have no idea. I don't even want to speculate what the OA is going to do, but RG thinks the same thing. He thinks that the OA is just going to stake 100% of its supply for 4 or 5 days and just drop that APY on the ETH chain. So, but
Mm.
then that in itself, guys, think about this though. That in itself is price protection. Yes, so the supply is completely gone. Now the demand won't be as high because there won't be 40% APY. But you have no supply to sell. So I don't know. That right there in itself has some price protections built into it.
Who would provide liquidity if everything is on the other chain?
Well, there's
Oh, there are always people. man.
The
I was
OA
gonna
can
say, there's always
unstake and
somebody.
take half and sell down the price. The liquidity that was provided. Like,
Maybe that's better. Maybe it's better temporarily.
hey-
in the short term.
Just think about this. HEX is so good that we can't even figure out. Like we can't even figure out why the ETH part of HEX would die. Like,
Yeah.
there's no way.
But I don't think it will. It's going to be on the chain forever. It's still going to function as intended. I don't see that happening. I don't see price going to zero on the Ethereum chain. Not like, because it's different from like EOS and TRX. Those were in Tron. Those were substitutes. Those weren't the original product. Those were substitutes just for the ICO, and then you redeem them for the other coin, and then nothing was ever done with them after they were redeemed again. There's no redeeming of the HEX. It's not a placeholder. It's already an existing product that is fully audited and verifiable and on the blockchain permanently, regardless of what you or I or anyone else wants to do about it. So I don't think, even if they don't keep a price parity right away, I don't believe that it's going to zero. I don't think it can. I literally don't think it can, especially, I know for a fact it can't. It can die to nothing, but it can't go away because of the automatic market makers, as long as there's one person providing liquidity.
yeah, that's
So Gab, maybe I don't know crap about market structures, but I know that much. So if you'd like to come on here and give us your 2 cents, I'm happy to let you. So
Take that.
Imagine like 2 years down the line, there was some guy showing up on Twitter, like, yo, what's up? I'm a new whale, and everyone like, dude, like, on which one? Which chain? Which chain
on
did you
which
butt up?
chain? Yeah.
Oh shit!
He's like, I bought it all. I bought it
What's
all
up,
on the
plebs?
Ethereum chain. I bought it all.
Yeah.
Oh.
in theory, if you make the move to the new chain through a similar system like we had with claiming Bitcoin, that you have to like sign something, there could be a mechanism on the new chain that would reflect the ETH state dynamically. So if you decide to fuck around on the ETH chain, it will reflect on the Pulse chain.
Go
Who
ahead.
knows?
I have one more thing occurred to me today, and this is just silly. And I know that there's an easy answer. I know the system state is a snapshot. Everything will port over. But unawarded interest, unrealized interest, does that also port over with the system state?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Easy.
See, the only technical question that I really have on this is, we have a very precise scheduled set of days paying out so much HEX per day. How are we going to do this fork in a quick enough manner that it's not going to click over to the next UTC day and us screw up that schedule of HEX of interest that we're getting paid right now? Even if it's only for that one day could cost someone a lot of money, depending on if it was delayed at all. So
The KNTX, one more thing. Can I campaign for consensus that Barely Crafty cannot port over to the new system state? Because
Yeah, I
that'd be
don't like
great.
him either.
Speaking of,
Let's
speaking of
gatekeep
that,
him.
gatekeep him.
I think there is no issue with staked HEX, and there is no issue with liquid HEX. I'm wondering what will happen to those who are providing liquidity, because that HEX is not in their addresses. That
I know.
HEX is elsewhere.
Well, it'd be kind of
So
nice to
will
know
there
when
be an
the
exodus
snapshot
from all
is.
the liquidity pools before the snapshot?
It would be nice to know when the snapshot is coming, so everyone has a little bit of a chance to reclaim all of their hex from all the different systems and be able to take part in the fork here with 100% of their bag. Hey, thanks, CosD. I appreciate it. 5 Canadian dollars, so 50 cents here in America. We appreciate you so much. Just kidding. Just kidding. But we do appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. Next time, put a comment in there so we can highlight your comment.
But it is a comment, because D.
CosD.
All right.
Isn't that a question?
You go back in your cage, Papa.
Thank you. I'm sorry. It was so...
Lock him up.
I agree with Wales on this. This is why having a discussion is important, but must be understood. It's just discussion nonetheless. So I think these discussions are important to bring up. I think you come up with better ideas when you brainstorm like this than you do just thinking that you know everything. And I guarantee, as smart as Richard is, he's talking with his devs and doing these brainstorming ideas with them. So if we do this, what happens then? So if this, then that, and doing the cause and effect and going down that rabbit hole, I guarantee it.
Okay, I have a simple question, guys. Let's say you have some portion of your hex liquid, whatever it is, and we have the snapshot, the new pulse chain is going live. Are you gonna dump that old hex to get more new hex or not? Like, that's a simple question.
It is.
It's hard to dump.
And I still don't know the answer to that. 'Cause I don't know exactly what I want to do. I don't know what I'm going to do. I can't speak for anyone else.
Once you see that everyone is dumping the old hex, are you going to scoop it up?
Part of me wants to say yes. I think that's a smart idea. If you've got the disposable income or you've got the funds that it's not going to hurt you to do that, I think it would be smart to sweep up some of that classic hex on the ETH chain, forever protecting the price.
My spider sense is telling me that staking all your liquid hex for 555 would be the best move, but I could be wrong.
I can guarantee you there will be a lot of emergency end stakes of people who believe in new chain more than the old chain. They think this thing is going to zero.
Nice.
So that also will, on the other hand, incentivize people to stick to the old chain, because there are so many
if I don't emergency end stake, my Quattro Cinco stake on the old chain, and Barely Crafty does, so he can go all in on the new chain. Then we turn around, I'm going to get huge rewards for being a Quattro Cinco staker for that day. So it's going to behoove me, as long as there's still value on the ETH hex chain, to keep my stakes in place. So all of you guys that decide that you're going to emergency end stake to move all your economic energy, or what's left of your economic energy, over to the new chain, that in itself might be a pumpamental for the OG hex chain on ETH.
But we have to educate people not to get nuked, KNTX.
Yeah, there will be crazy price discovery process.
I think there will be at first. I think there will be. I think it's going to be very volatile at first. Just, with my limited understanding of market structures, I think that it's going to be very, very volatile, because I've seen it, we've seen when there's any kind of instability, or when there's any kind of doubt or fear of what's going to happen, automatically that happens. It happens all day long in the traditional markets. You see it all day long in crypto. Buy the rumor, sell the news is a thing, and FUD is the thing. And when there's uncertainty, people are going to react in ways that you think are very irrational. I think Silver the Antidote has a great point here I'd like to bring up. He says, do you guys think we might have a gold and silver type chain value split, where those on ETH chain are happy with high transaction players? I do. That's exactly kind of what was going to move into, is that you're going to have more of especially the ETH whales that have the bigger pockets, the bigger funds. They're going to be the ones that don't mind continuing transacting on the Ethereum hex. And it may even be more expensive, because of the transaction fees are more expensive on that side. So then we might have a silver version, Silver 2 hexes ETH gold on the hex pulse chain. So I think that is completely possible and plausible, but not necessarily going to happen. But I think that it's possible it could.
I'm offended, man. I'm offended. Are you calling our new Pulse chain a pleb chain? Come on, man.
Nice, Markable. Nicely done.
Oh, well, take it as you will, my friend. If that's all you can afford to transact on, so just kidding.
I have a theory that the origin address on the classic chain will be known as the address of origin on the new chain.
Address of
Again?
origin.
The OA turns AO.
Ayo.
AO. Anyway, look at Markable Thoughts' little image there.
Ew.
I know. I almost didn't bring him back up because of it. But
This will come back to haunt you.
yes, it will.
Guys, I had an idea that I shared in HEX Pro about, because Richard was talking about like the initial thought about it in HEX to be able for you to be able to make long stakes, like 50-year stakes, but like because of Ethereum that was not possible. So what would you say if there was a smart contract created on the new chain where you would lock up your that would accept HEX, send it to this, to basically the contract would get rid of the HEX, and by doing this it will allow you to set a time frame where you would that would pay out some other token that would function like HEX, but over a long period. I don't know, somewhere between 20 and 200 years or something like that.
You guys think longer stakes are coming? I guess would be the question to have first. You think longer stakes are coming on the new chain?
If so, I will be one of the first members of Cinco Cinco Club.
The 55 Club?
I'm not. I think that HEX should not.
Club.
I think that
Add
HEX
another one.
should not change in any way on the new chain, but like to build up like on top of not really on top of HEX, but something using HEX as basically as a fuel. You take something valuable, get rid of it to have the opportunity to gain something more valuable over the long span of time.
I don't know. I can't wait to see. I
can tell that Papa B doesn't like that idea. I can tell by his face. Like,
I don't have that long to live, so I don't care, right? It's like,
come on, if there was an option to lock something for 200 years, like no human being would do that. But if you think about corporations, or I don't know, any virtual entities, there are bonds spanning to, I don't know, 150 years exist, and there is use for them
because you can sell them.
Yeah, that's a good point.
They have to be a leverage of some kind, right?
They would be more valuable if you cannot sell them.
I will take a gazillion years and I will sit on it.
No, but I think Richard once talked about this fact that he was not able to make longer stakes than 15 years on the Ethereum chain. And maybe, because I was questioning this, or I asked myself this question, like maybe like 50 years, 25 years, this would be a nice range. Not sure about 100, 200 years, because this would like be after all of us.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, but
maybe not. I don't know. I didn't even thought about this. I just went to like 15 years, 25 years, 50 years, and I just had this this phrase in mind that he said once. It was not he was not able, or it was like in the Ethereum economy is not able to make longer stakes.
Because they changed the S load, the gas cost, or the S load. It was the S load, the computing, which is what's being affected again here at this next
in 2
quarter.
weeks or something. Yeah.
Yep.
I can't wait. I've been looking forward to that all my
3.7
life.
times more expensive. Yep. So this is interesting, Joe. Thank you for putting this up. This is interesting to me. We could have an AA for Pulse, 6 months long. Instead of using ETH to buy HEX like we did, we use HEX to buy Pulse. The HEX is then burned forever. Announced airdrops then for T-shares 2 ways in. Interesting.
I think it really should only be 14 weeks long for obvious reasons.
For obvious.
But that version would not be fair to those who are staked, because guys with liquid HEX would be able to participate more freely in that adoption amplifier for Pulse chain, right? Because those
Just
who are
buy
staked,
more. Just buy more.
they would
don't
have to emergency and stake and wreck
Yeah, but it's
themselves.
not fair. He's right. But it is a good thought.
Yeah.
Yes, I like it. I mean, it's clever to think of. I don't know how that would play out. I'm not, dude. I took a macroeconomics class in college, and I understand the 50,000 foot view thing, or view of macroeconomics, but I don't know how that would play on the micro level. So I don't know if I could be the one to speak on that to an intelligent degree. But I think having longer stakes would benefit the system. So I don't know about Joe's idea, but reworking the system so that it is possible to do longer stakes, I think is a beautiful idea.
I think that we
building on
failed
top, not reworking. Like
we fail to remember that Richard has already stated there's going to be benefits for the people that are loyal to the current system. So maybe
there have to be.
Nobody's really speculating. Maybe some people are, but I haven't heard them yet really delving down into what those goodies could be. Not just the airdrop, but it sounds to me like it could be something more and something smarter, right? And more esoteric.
What are you thinking about? Come on.
Validator
Lollipops,
nodes.
jelly beans.
That
What do you think, Barely?
might have been referring to validator nodes, like additional stream of income.
Yeah, that's one.
He also mentioned like cool tweaks to Ethereum parameters he does not want to talk about yet. That's exciting.
Uh-oh. Gotta wear that pulse condom.
RG, you stay away.
We
You
need
stay
a. I wonder if there's a pulse chain condom for RG3. So
There is, but just the tip.
Oh no, Markable, your product leak, pulse chain condoms. KNTX just leaked your product.
Oh, we got Brennan in here. Let's see. Have you discussed making criteria to qualify for Pulse airdrop be based on not only your share quantity, but also accrued interest up until airdrop date from day 1 of HEX? Ooh. Now that
T-shirt. No, just based on T-shirts.
no, just based on T-shirt. Did you not get in early enough? Start making that interest early enough, Peter? Is that the problem here, buddy? Is that the problem?
Someone staked just before big payday. Oh, naughty boy.
Love it. There's so many great ideas from you guys, and I just, because he's become quite the troll as of late. Yes, sir. I did pass the macroeconomics class. Thank you for asking. So
That was
D's get
D-Rod.
degrees, bro. D's
the
get
thing is-
degrees.
The thing is, all we need, basically, what the biggest problem is, are the fees and the chain. All we need is the chain and like to airdrop HEX on it. Like that's the main goal, I think, and you can build on top like over the course of time.
Mm-hmm.
Or do you think like it shouldn't be project, more something like product?
I think it will be a product again.
It should be a product.
It has to be, because this would be a step back. And I also agree with the comment of Chaotic Creation FX Studio. Like, it will remain locked. You copy and paste the system state, and it has to be mirrored. I think at this point we agree already. So after 49 minutes, we have like 1 point to agree. That's great.
All right.
All right. Here we go.
I don't want to lose the staking ladders that I've created with the hard-earned X that I've bought along the way. So I'm with you on that.
Yeah, and it was also the idea behind, like, I really like it splits up my brain, because the idea behind it is like you stake once and then you forget about it for 15 years. You don't have to interact with this stake anymore until you want to get it out. And if you have even to sign something, I don't say that's a security concern, but you have to do something. And this was not the idea behind. So I think that this will happen automatically. But hey, dudes, there are so many points which we don't know. So
could you imagine?
We know. Go ahead, Papa.
No, please.
No, I was just trying to correct HuddleDog, because it does not work that way. You stake it for 15 years, then you pick up your phone and you keep staring at the staker app for 15 years.
Every day, 5 times a day minimum.
Pushing that refresh.
I haven't looked at my staker yet today. Speaking of, you guys go ahead, continue.
HuddleDog, your amazing citadel, your citadel of stakes, I could imagine you would be, banging your head on the TV or monitor if you had to actually reconstitute all of those beautiful, beautiful things.
Yeah, maybe, but I'm not that worried, because, like, for me, it has so many open things going on. I don't know how it will play out, and even with the high fees, it is a problem also for me at the moment. So even if you have like mid-sized stakes, not just small stakes, but like, we'll see. I hope I don't have to do the ladder again, but I could correct it a little bit and it would look even nicer. So
there you go.
I hate it so because it's such staking ladder porn. And
we have a Richards tweet. Sorry, tweet alert. Oh,
can I have you as my alarm every morning?
Yeah. All right. Let's pull this
Share
up.
That screen.
Yep, gonna do it. So let's share this screen over here.
Everybody must ghost wake up HEX.
Yeah, right. Don't listen to these wrecked plebs, he says. Why do stock prices rise? Earnings? Nope. That would require stock buybacks. Why do banks pay you interest? Because they lend out your money? Nope. Your money is a liability, not an asset, and they lend out the government's money. Why does Bitcoin or Ethereum or HEX go up? Same. So there you guys go. Another beautiful Richard Hart-ism for everybody.
KNTX, there is a follow-up from Richard under that tweet.
There is. Hold on one second. So you could say dividends as well as stock buybacks. I'm happy to hear if anyone knows another mechanism. So, well, people are afraid of the ever diluted dollar. When they print more, it's worth less. And so you're trying to find a place where it will retain some value. And Bitcoin, Ethereum, HEX, and stocks seem to be that mechanism as of right now that people tend to still trust.
And the funny thing is that here in my country, I get a lot of ads on Facebook regarding gold, and like some people are like pushing buying gold. And I'm just making fun of them because, like, even gold is going down in this environment, and that's ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, hey, you guys, we don't have a whole lot of time left, but I'm gonna invite someone else to our stream. Okay. I'll let it be Wales? A surprise. Well, Wales did not offer, so no, it is not Wales. So
welcome, Richard.
Who can it be?
Yeah. Could you explain that tweet?
Is that Richard?
Well, in the last 30 seconds I have,
Yeah, you get 30 seconds, Richard.
Yeah, right. It's not Richard, but I wanted to bring up
Aww.
Elon?
the
We're setting a high
Down vase.
barrier.
I really like. I gotta give props to Dustin Hawks. I've been watching his charts the last couple days. Tried and true hex skin here. Love what he's putting out here. Road to 20 cents underway. Accumulation is over. I'm sorry. So if you guys are trying to accumulate, it's going to be a lot harder. So this is a beautiful, beautiful chart right here. But yeah, he went through all of the Elliott wave theory as to why it's going plus 20 cents. And he actually said it could go much, much higher, but it's all based on the Elliott wave theory. So, and it's pretty cool to see some of these technical analysis. I'm not a TA guy, but it's kind of nice, especially when someone's saying your coin's going to go the way you want it to go. It's kind of nice to see what they're saying about it. So I just wanted to give him, a digital high five. Appreciate your work, man, because you got me FOMOing, and I just want to dump all the rest of my savings account into Hex real quick and wait for that 20-cent pump.
Why people in Hex still have some other coins than Hex? I don't understand.
No, he was talking about dollars, man.
I'm talking about dollars.
That's a shit coin.
He's talking about his
It is.
I never heard of that coin.
It is, but it's a crap coin that my wife likes us to have on hand in case we need it for something. So
Wife coin.
Life coin.
yeah.
The buy food coin. Pay rent coin.
Charting Hex is the fool's errand right now. The lines have been and will continue to be redrawn every day, week for a long time. That is true. That is true.
And I even like it more when like people from the outside of the community draw the charts or analyze the charts. That's just like hilarious. They look at the thing and this has to pop, this has to explode. So I like the charts of our community members, of course, but like if you see somebody who is like really not connected to Hex, like, oh shit, thing is ready to go off. So ready to pulse.
Yep. Mitch Ray had a really good one. Then they had, who's that other guy?
Mitch, I was thinking about Mitch Ray. Yeah, he had really very good
this dude
but there is a second
going around Twitter, but I didn't find out his account. So
there is a second clip of TA guy. I do not know. I think Trayvon retweeted or tweeted that clip.
He did.
Can you forward it to me?
That guy was also like pretty excited about what's about
KNTX.
I need to see it.
He was ready to go by.
Yeah.
KNTX, I clipped a video for you today. Who was that?
That was Mitch Ray. That was Mitch Ray. That's the one I was talking about where he's like, he goes 4 cents minimum, 9.8 cents looks like the words. It will start getting tested at some resistance is what Mitch Ray was saying. Yeah, 4 cents it looks like minimum is what his TA thinks it'll be. So, but I do like Cabana's comment here. Pattern didn't work out. Redraw. Hey, thanks, Gav. I'm glad you're not just completely dogging on me. Thanks for letting me know that you think I'm an all right guy. Appreciate that. Let me pull this up right here. I've got it. Is this the Bitcoin Trey one? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna. Yeah, I already had it pulled up over here because I want to play the audio for it too. So let's pull it up first.
4.4K views on that one.
Yeah.
All Hexicans.
Yep.
I might actually buy
some Hex, he says.
Look at this guy.
Look at the line.
This thing hasn't even done anything yet. This looks actually extremely bullish. Okay. Bottoming pattern here. Look at the volume coming in here. Okay, guys. Hex looking beautiful. This looks beautiful, guys. Beautiful.
Hasn't even done anything yet. Just
Hasn't been a
352x.
run yet. You're looking at about a 500% measured move on this pattern. Are you guys listening? 500% measured move on this pattern right here. If we break to the upside, in my opinion, it's going to. Look at the higher lows it's been making.
Yeah, look.
This neckline once, twice, 3 times. This is the 4th time. We're probably going to get a breakout here.
Go, keep going. Keep going.
Yeah, that's not
Higher.
500%.
Right? This is
That's at 6 cents.
definitely gonna go. I mean, let's go to like a 3-day.
I'm cool
Wait
with
for this
6
one.
cents.
Let's
Look at the volume, guys.
look.
Clear as day cut area here. Wow. Hey, this looks bullish AF, man. AF. Look at this. Targets on
He's about to pulse.
bottom, the top of the range.
He's not even aware of the pulse yet.
We're including this top breakout wick here.
So everyone that's watching right now is watching a stream of guys watching a stream.
Very meta.
How it should be.
Well done, guys.
We react.
Well, we're not
But
even watching you,
remember how
Marco.
that clip started. He,
we're watching a
he said,
marker
"Oh,
for-
I might buy some hex." So he's not in hex yet. He's getting all hyped up and excited within 2 minutes,
Yeah.
analyzing the chart. That's awesome.
Kinetic,
That's
send me
awesome.
that.
There will be more and more clips like that.
He
Send me that
doesn't even
link.
know
I'll
how to
clip it as
stake.
well.
He doesn't even know about staking.
Yeah,
Well, what-
zero pumpamontos,
Mark
like zero game theory, just the chart, just the
Yeah,
price
just
action.
the chart.
Kinetic, send me that link. I'll clip it, and then I'll also put it in the Telegram chat of Hex clips, and then because I think that's like 1 minute, and then anyone who has like a TikTok account or whatever, go to that Telegram chat, so you can just get it and use it, because these TA short clips work really well on TikTok, I think.
Yeah. Well, do you have the? Well, here I'll put that tweet from Bitcoin Trey. Yeah, the twit. I will put that in Telegram for you. Because I don't know what it's. You'll have to look that guy up if you're gonna find it from his actual source. But there we go. Where is your setup today? Markable thoughts. I saw
What?
you. I saw you're sitting in front of your computer.
Yeah, I
Why
am.
are you on your phone?
No, I'm not on my phone anymore because my phone died, and that's why the cam is off. I had to lend out my streaming setup for my camera to another videographer. He needed it more than I did, so.
Or he
Okay.
sold it and bought Hex.
And that would make me proud.
Nice.
I'm okay with that.
That's awesome. Well, guys, I think here's a good place to wrap it up. I got to get to work. I got to get some work done. We're leaving at the end of this week for spring break for the kids. We're going to go take a short break since we got robbed of all 3 of our vacations last year. Every time we made plans, it got canceled, and then we had to push it out, and then it got canceled, and then push it out, and it got canceled again. So I owe the kids a little bit of family time. So in
You
the
could
meantime,
pick-
I got to actually get some stuff done.
Kinetics, you could pitch a tent in your living room and have the entire family enjoy it, so to speak. And I don't mean that kind of pitch tent.
Picnic in the office.
Yeah, picnic in the office. Dude, we're so sick of the inside of our own 4 walls. So it's time to go somewhere, do something. So
You're
Re-
right.
and get yelled at by the maskers.
You can bring your family to the Hex meetup in Vegas.
All right, man. Sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a
Marco,
good
look
idea.
after the kids so you
At
can
all.
go party, Kinetics.
Hey guys, well, I appreciate everybody for joining us today. As always, this is fun. Thanks guys for brainstorming with me some ideas, how this could look or would look, and definitely throwing out some bad ideas of how we don't want things to go. And I I think it's going to be interesting nonetheless. And I think regardless, it's, there's always a little bit of uncertainty when there's change. But I think ultimately Richard Hart is going to make us all wealthy individuals.
We are going to